I started doing bereavement in hospice, and I had the privilege of working with a lot of veterans. And the veterans were, of course, from World War II and Korea, but many of them were able to flash back and go beyond and think about the stories that their dads would tell them. And one of the gentlemen that I was speaking to had actually shared with me about the fact that his dad was in World War I, and he said, "Did you know that the 100th anniversary was coming up for World War I?" And so I started to research World War I, ended up going to Kansas City, Missouri, where the world's largest World War I museum exists. And I spent 2 days going through it, and the whole time all I could think about was our seniors down here in Texas that probably wouldn't have the possibility to get up there. So I thought, you know what, I teach classes already, maybe I could come up with a class to maybe talk about the 100th anniversary. And so I decided I needed one artifact that would show the whole story of the war. Of course, trying to narrow that down to one artifact was kind of tough, but with my research on the trenches and finding out that there were 25,000 miles of trenches that were dug, I felt like the shovel would represent the war. So I actually went online, researched, sought out, and actually found a war in, of all places, Bulgaria, and the shovel was the beginning. And then it just kind of snowballed through more research. I ordered another piece, and I found another piece, and I bought another piece, and before I knew it, I had a full display. And now we have about 400 artifacts that are all original from World War I. And instead of doing a class, we turned it into an actual museum, so that we can take it into a facility where our seniors and veterans live, set it up so they can come through it and not have to worry about driving anywhere or going up inside a bus to see it. We set it up where they live, and we're traveling around the country with it. We actually got invited to bring it to Washington, D.C. this year for the actual 100th anniversary of the end of the war, and they're doing the ribbon cutting for the very first World War I memorial in Washington, D.C. And so we're very proud to be bringing it to Cross Timbers on our journey to Washington, D.C. As a matter of fact, we've already had over 172,000 people come through the museum. So we're very pleased to be invited to this.